It was a Friday evening and I had just come home from work, exhausted but happy to finally relax. My wife Julia was dressed up more than usual. High heels, a short black dress, and her makeup done with extra care. I raised an eyebrow and asked, "Going somewhere?" She hesitated for a second, then smiled casually. "Oh, I'm just heading out for the night. My friend needs me." Her voice was calm, but her eyes darted to the side. Something inside me stirred, a gut feeling that she wasn't telling me the whole truth. I had noticed her girls' nights becoming more frequent, her phone glued to her hand, and a new perfume I didn't recognize clinging to her clothes. Tonight, though, I decided I wasn't going to let it slide. I leaned back in my chair, studying her carefully. She was trying to act normal, but her body betrayed her, shifting weight, tapping her foot, avoiding eye contact. I knew that look. I had seen it before when she lied about smaller things like hiding a shopping bill. But this wasn't about shoes or handbags. This was bigger. I took a deep breath and said calmly, "Before you leave, there's something I need to show you." Her smile froze and I saw the color drain from her face. She asked nervously, "What do you mean?" I pulled out my phone, already open to a set of photos I'd been keeping for a week. You see, I had grown suspicious after she claimed to be helping a friend move last Saturday, but didn't come home until 3 a.m. That night, my cousin happened to be at the same downtown restaurant where Julia was, except she wasn't carrying boxes. She was having dinner with a man she laughed with, touched on the arm, and leaned toward in a way no friend ever would. My cousin snapped the pictures, sent them to me, and advised me to stay calm until I was ready to confront her. I had waited for the right moment, and tonight it had come. I handed her the phone and let her scroll. Her hands trembled as the images revealed her, dressed in the same floral dress I remembered from that night, sitting across from a man I didn't know, leaning in for a kiss. She froze mid-wipe, lips parting, but no words coming out. So I said quietly, "Where are you really going tonight? Another moving job? Or maybe dinner with him again?" And the silence in the room was deafening, broken only by the sound of her breath quickening. She clutched her purse tighter like a child caught sneaking out of school. Julia tried to recover, forcing out a shaky laugh. "It's not what it looks like," she stammered. But I cut her off before she could weave another excuse. "Don't," I said firmly, "don't insult my intelligence. You've lied enough." For once, she had nothing to say. Her face went pale, and the confident woman who had strutted toward the door now looked like a cornered thief. She opened her mouth again, but I stopped her with just a glance. "Tonight, you're not going anywhere." Her eyes widened, and for the first time, she looked scared. Not because I would hurt her. I never laid a hand on her in anger, but because she realized the game was over. I pulled a folder from the drawer and placed it on the table. Inside were bank statements, copies of messages I had quietly recovered from her phone, and the draft of a separation agreement I had prepared with my lawyer days earlier. Julia gasped when she saw the papers. "You already knew," she whispered. I nodded slowly. "I knew enough. I just wanted to see if you'd admit it yourself." The truth hit her harder than any slap could. She sank into the couch, her purse slipping from her hand. Tears welled up in her eyes as she tried to reach for me. "Please, it was a mistake. I swear it meant nothing." Her voice cracked, desperate, but I had already heard enough lies. I leaned forward, my tone cold but steady. "You meant nothing to him, maybe, but you meant everything to me, and you threw that away for a cheap thrill." She sobbed, covering her face, but I refused to soften. The damage was done and there was no coming back. I stood up, walked to the door she had been so eager to rush through and opened it wide. "You wanted to leave tonight. Go ahead. But you're not coming back here." Julia looked at me in shock as though she had expected anger but not finality. I pointed at the folder. "Those papers will be filed on Monday. Every cent I work for is protected. You won't touch my savings, my house, or my future. The only thing you'll be leaving with is regret." Her sobs grew louder, but I didn't flinch. As she slowly gathered her things, I felt an odd calmness wash over me. The fear of betrayal that had haunted me for weeks was gone, replaced by clarity. Julia had made her choice long before tonight. I was just delivering the consequences. She walked past me, her eyes swollen with tears, and for the first time, she had no words left to manipulate me with. The door closed behind her with a final heavy sound, one that marked the end of us and the start of something new for me. That night, as I sat alone in the quiet house, I didn't feel broken. I felt free. Julia thought she could live two lives, but in the end, the lies caught up to her. My response at the door had stopped her cold, stripped her of excuses, and left her facing the truth she had buried. Sometimes betrayal isn't about the act itself. It's about the choice someone makes when they think you won't find out. But I did, and instead of begging or forgiving, I let her walk away into the life she had chosen. And I, for the first time in years, was ready to live mine.